Which document will help you in this? You are the project manager, identified all risk in the current project, you plan for them. When risk occurred, they were according to the plan. Another risk identified, it was not identified. You made a plan for it and handled it now. Audit the process. Risk management plan. It's very critical. We use elimination technique. Risk register does not talk about the audit because keyword is audit here. Okay, keyword is audit here. You have identified a risk and made a plan. When response was implemented, another risk was occurred which is bigger than the first risk. Okay, now this is a very interesting question. Okay, you need to look at the question, the context of the question, what the question is saying, right? The question is saying you have identified a risk and made a plan. When risk response was implemented, another risk was occurred. Now this risk occurred which is even bigger than the first risk. Okay, now risk has occurred which is even bigger than the first risk, right? Which document you will document this secondary risk which has occurred right now? Risk report, no, this we just discussed, this will give you a summary of that. We will not document here. Risk plan has nothing information about it. Okay, now you see the PMP exam, the entire exam is all about elimination technique. We are left with two options, A or B. Risk register, no. Issue log, yes. B. You have identified a risk, made a plan for it. Risk owner handled it, updated. Which strategy? This is not mitigate, avoid, okay? Because these are the proactive strategy. Exploit is the positive risk, is for the positive risk, is for the opportunity, okay? So we accepted the risk. That is option number A. Alok, you have a question of that is something different. TCPI, just hold for this thing. Once we are done with these question answers, I will be more than happy. I just saw your question, which you retracked it to answer you. I am here for you. Okay, so we discussed the negative risk strategies: avoid, mitigate, transfer. Reverse of avoid is exploit, where you increase the probability and impact. You make sure that the probability becomes 100, that risk 100% happen. If you cannot do exploit, we enhance, and for transfer we have share. You have identified the risk that seller is going bankrupt. This can be a great opportunity. You talk to your friend, they agreed to give you money for it and you will give them the some profit. So you did not exploited it. You had a friend here. Sharing is all about getting that. It is not accept, you did not wait it. It's not a negative thing. So between A and B, we are just left with, like, once you know that the power of elimination technique. Uh-huh. The power of elimination technique. You eliminate these three options, A, B is left. So here B is the answer. Okay, so you have identified a risk. This can help you to increase profit by 3 times. Now, what are we doing here? If we go with risk, probability into impact. Have I accepted the risk? Is it a negative risk? No. So the only option it is left is exploit. I don't even have to look at any other thing, right? It is exploiting the risk. A is the right answer. If it happen, it will have less severity. No transfer, no acceptance. Avoid is probability or impact 0. But here we are talking about less severity. So this means it's B. Ikra, you are right. Kanan, you are right. So yeah, it's a good question. It's a very good question. I loved it. Guys, is it clear to you? Is it clear to everybody what has just happened here? If it happened, it will have less severity. That is risk management. B. Next question. You are the project manager. You have identified the risk. You change the plan so that the risk never occur in the first place. Which strategy you have used here? Risk never occur in the first place, so it's not transfer, acceptance, mitigate. It's avoid. A is the right. You're the project manager. You have identified the risk. The risk is too high. It can cause damage to the organization. You decided to buy insurance. So here insurance is for that. No acceptance. No. It is D. So let's see what do we have here. You are the project manager. You have identified the risk, but you did not make a plan. You considered very low, but it occurred now. So no, 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 oh, no, yes. Acceptance is there. We just accepted the risk, right? You went to rank risk showing the same event. Okay, same event. You want to rank the risk. This is not inference diagram, not probability distribution. This is tornado analysis, also known as severity analysis. Okay, so you are the project manager. You have identified risk in the project. You made a plan when risk occurred, but suddenly another risk identified. It, in the weekly risk, you want to show the status of the risk, which one you will use. We have already discussed. This will go for the risk report. D as an answer.